Silent divorce. Meghan shows us her ambition to get Harry more out of her life. Hello and welcome to Princess Diana. Use the YouTube channel according to US PR sources. Meghan pretends she's only progressing professionally and is trying to boost her appearance to distract people from her past PR disasters, but it actually reminded me of something else. Is it even possible for two people to break up and never talk about it? The article seemed very contrived to me. I think Meghan is doing her best to spin things without getting divorced or moving, but it seems like we're discussing her lifestyle. They are on the opposite end of the spectrum in almost everything, such as their relationship with the media, their decisions that affect children. If so, several articles appear about Meghan's role in Invictus. And I'm starting to wonder if she'll be involved in the project at all. What would be the catalyst for change with this year's games when last year Meghan did play an important role and she's been a part of it almost every single year that she has been in Harry's life. Another thing, can any of you tell me what the lead up to Harry being in Japan was like? Did we ever hear anything implying that? Maybe Meghan was going to come with him to Japan, considering Harry's lack of discussion about Meghan or his family while he was in Japan. Meghan's comments about Portia being with her at the Barbie movie while Harry was staying at home with the children, and then all these bizarre stated demands for her rider at this year's Invicti, makes me feel like Meghan is being rejected by Harry, but she doesn't want anyone to know. So honestly, folks, I think the split has already happened. I suspect Meghan is moving to Malibu instead of Harry's Montecito, and they end up losing money. Meghan's circle of friends is very small. I mean, we're talking about 3 or 4 people, maybe Marcus, Scooby-Doo, Helen, Portia, maybe Oprah, if they're still talking. But somehow it's not like me. As for Harry, she will be in his presence more and more, trying to work things out with her friend so that King Charles doesn't have to pay as his mother did when he got divorced. Diana and the town certainly did not come cheap. I think it cost Charles around £20 million. If Harry was wasting his money, he wouldn't be getting much out of him anyway. And it is the responsibility of the king whether he can keep any title. It is not up to anyone else. It seems to me that Harry is becoming more and more indifferent to work, and then he wants to pretend that it was all his idea. I will check this room to see how much participation there really is and next month for Invictus. I guess that's why we put all these idiots in there, which explains it, but unfortunately, I don't think Harry will be too happy about having his whole life ruined. Meghan will carry on as always. I mean, Meghan treated her father like crazy and he was the man who gave her everything in life. Well, this relationship can never be fixed. What his father did to him, it's just not that big of a deal. He didn't deserve what she did to him, even though he never met any of his grandchildren. If they are true, then he will go to the media and brag that he is getting paid for all his gossip. But honestly, I don't blame him. I mean, well, I think it's only fair that this man is an example of a good father with unbelievably low standards. I mean, wishing Meghan and Harry sick is an insult. It's wrong. Some say Meghan's dad is upset because Harry and Meghan are happy. I have no idea. I can't understand either if you ask me. Meghan's whole family is very trash and has a lot of issues, and it looks like they do it all in public, because I see Meghan's father taking advantage of his daughter and vilifying her in the media, which is totally untrue. I just want Meghan and her family to get away. I remember Meghan not being with Harry when he was on tour promoting the book. To me, this was the first sign that she was starting to distance herself from him. After that, it felt like Harry was trying to distance himself from Meghan, and I think he just stuck with the relationship until some sort of resolution was reached. Apparently a lot of people watch Costumes on Netflix, but I'm not at all convinced. I think it's just Sugar keeping it in the background while they're doing other things so the numbers are better. Maybe someone watched it just to figure out what it was about, but I think those people turned it off pretty quickly. This has nothing to do with the quality of the show. So I'm sure it's important to remember that they're not telling us what airtime is right now. Another factor is that they do not produce anything new in July. It's on TV so often that no one ever saw these episodes when they aired. No one knew who Meghan was until Harry got married. And if Cartier is looking for a spokesperson, I think they should be looking for Gloria Swanson. You should watch Meghan Markle. She was a huge fan of Cartier, and when she hosted a dinner party, she brought small gift boxes to each place setting. Can you imagine being a guest there? There will be watches for men and bracelets for women. There are some beautiful photos of him from the 1920s and 1930s that you can't take your eyes off of. I mean, they are perfect. She is also very attractive and has a sense of mystery. I'm wondering if I can figure out how to post the message. These images. Working with the royal family has a long and storied history, and that history continues to live on. They're too smart to think about Meghan. Most of the companies RSA. In an article published by Newcomb, they specifically thanked Meghan for the increase in sales, noting that they don't pay anyone to promote their products. So Meghan got absolutely nothing for it, although I guess she tried, because Meghan can't seem to get a clothing contract either. No one wants to be associated with him. Of course, I mean, it's all a dream for him. It's incredibly toxic and incredibly useless at the same time. All she really understood was to call backwards and let them know where she was so they could come over and take pictures of her. You know, one thing surprised me. Why Meghan is trying to launch her own designer clothing line. You remember how Real Housewives Sonia Morgan tried to launch a lifestyle brand that, while it was online, was also sold at Walmart. Well, Sonia basically became a big joke, and I can see Meghan going in that direction as well. Not that he isn't already a joke, but soon he will be known as a promising failure now. She was probably trying to start some sort of clothing line before she met Harry, around the time she started this blog. La Tig, well, of course, it was a huge fail, just because of the way he dressed. Why did she decide to pursue a career in fashion? When she was in the royal family, she had dressers, whatever it was, they tried. I'm sure she kept rejecting them when they tried to drag her into something that looked good. Either Meghan won't wear what others recommend, or they'll dress her up but get revenge for the disgusting way she treats them all. I always think of that ugly green dress that Meghan wore to the Commonwealth Day. Today it was common for women to wear red, white, or blue. Obviously, it was a slap in the face to the Sea Queen, and she basically confessed. The thing was cut so hard it looked disgusting. I also don't understand why Meghan Markle is the head of women's issues and why she is recognized. The only reason anyone has heard her name is because she is married. Well, such women cannot be put on the throne. When we congratulate them, we should not congratulate them. When we celebrate it, we teach young women that to be successful you really need to marry a rich man. Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, America. These are strong and independent women. You did everything yourself. Tell me what you think of all this. Could it be that they are getting separated or even divorced and no one knows about it? We never see them together again. Meghan's PR seems to indicate how their lives are going in different directions, and it's all Meghan's idea. I think this tells us everything we need to know. Stay tuned for Meghan and Harry's marriage and comments. Don't be afraid to like and share my videos with friends and family anytime you want. Don't forget to subscribe to Princess Diana's team for more future updates. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, we will see you in the next video.